like flavors flowing. UK liquid mixing shows stirring, anticipation growing. The vibe is pumping, the crowds are waiting. Sound synthesized like liquids carbonated. Drop them flavors, shake them up. Grab your mods, it's time to fill up. Inhale the beats, exhale the groove. Take you. Flavors shaking, fusions in the air. The mics are hot, excitement's jumping. Everybody's waiting till the group starts thumping. Juices are swelling, secrets unfurling. Come on and mix it up, let the rhythm take you. Drop them flavors, shake them up. Grab your mods, it's time to fill up. Inhale the beat, exhale the groove. Mixing notes like flavors flowing. UK.
Let's get ready for the UK liquid mixing show. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? Ready? Let's go. In a world of vape, where flavors collide, we gather round with mixtures we can't hide. YouTube's our stage, where the magic unfolds. Welcome to the show, where the flavors behold. Mixing and vaping are in for a ride. The clouds we create, we can't deny. From strawberry delight to a caramel dream.
But he sees himself across the way, and he has a whole
Welcome
different
to the
storyline.
UK Liquid Mixing Show, talking about adverts in the back room. With Bizarre, that Bizarre now that you don't know what the fuck's going on.
Dude, the AirPod commercial last night was trippy.
Honestly,
Yeah, it was with
this new
the
KFC
Mandalorian
one,
dude. Yeah.
the new KFC one, honestly, it comes out and they're all in this forest. It starts off with two of them, and then suddenly takes his jacket off and passes it to like a puffer jacket to another one, like a gilet, and then suddenly they're dancing around. Then they're all wearing this egg, carrying this big giant egg, and then dips them into fucking water, and it comes out as a chicken McNugget thing. Fucking, I'm like, bizarre.
Watch the AirPod thing. It was with the Mandalorian dude, and he kept on like this magical world when he turned his AirBuds on, and every time it came on, people were dancing. They were all like back in the '80s, a Two-Face type thing. Every time it turned around, a different color on the other side, and it's like the whole video was like this.
Honestly,
What the heck is going on here?
So anyway,
Like, dude, am I that tripping out right now, or is this commercial just that trippy?
So welcome to the UK Liquid Mix Show. It is a Wednesday night. It's time to talk a little bit mixing and things. If you're in chat, just have a look at the top and see if you're in Twat Chat. If you're in Twat Chat, swap it over to live chat and you'll keep up with everything we are doing. So you got on tonight, you got myself, Benny Vapes. We've got our own mixing detective, which is Liam Sherlock Holmes. We've got our own mixing maestro, which is Tim Advocate for Liberty. And we've got the green goddess of mixing, which is Lady Liberty. If you're in chat and you're new on the channel and you don't know what you're doing with mixing, you need to know anything, just put it in chat. If we're confusing you when we're talking, just say slow it down a bit and tell us what's going on, and we will endeavour to answer your questions. If you're stuck on any mixes, anything like that, then we will help you out there. But if you're in the chat, have a look at the top and see if you're in Twat Chat. If you're in Twat Chat, change it over to live chat. You'll keep up with everything that is going on. Yes, go on.
Yeah, Benny's going to do his best attempt, if you ask him to try and speak proper English instead of Yorkshire.
I'll try.
He'll try. I'll be honest. Sometimes it's fun.
Sometimes it's scary.
Yeah.
So, right, Liam, do you want to see who's in chapters?
Yeah, tonight we have Stephen Derissier,
Stephen Jones is from Wales.
Brian Ferguson, John Vaping Joker, Cloud Chucker, Let me just scoop this down a bit. Rocky Tooney. Frankie Jazz 24/7. And Neil Pitts. I believe that is everybody so far tonight.
Good evening. Good evening, one and all. Yes, it springs forward soon, doesn't it?
Yes.
So we have a jump forward. Birdie, you all right, you big
Hey, Birdie.
beautiful bastard. Yeah, it
Yeah,
springs
2 weeks
forward.
now have been screwed up. 2 weeks have been screwed up. It's 5 o'clock here instead of 4, screwing us
Yeah.
up. Next week will be normal again.
Yeah. I think, is it this weekend it goes forward? It's spring, first day of spring tomorrow, anyway.
Yeah.
Official first day of spring tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like there's a 2 week overlap when we change these time zones over.
Yes.
We're like off for 2 weeks.
Neither of us remembered this week again. So we got home, rushed to eat, got in here, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute. I don't see a show. Next week it goes back to normal time.
Yes, yes, it does. Like I say, we spring forward. So if you ever want to remember that, spring forward, fall back.
We do the same thing. We just do it 2 weeks early.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's because you're American.
Neil, different good or different bad?
What?
He's saying I mixed you a fruit beer recipe. It's different.
Oh,
So I
a
said-
fruit beer recipe. It's different.
Yeah,
Fruit
that's
beer.
why I asked
Fruit beer.
different good or different bad.
Yeah. Yeah, first day
This
of
better,
March,
Benny?
first day of autumn. Yeah,
It's better, Benny.
that's the one. Yes, that's the one. Little pinky up. So what we'll do is we will have a quick buffet and see what everybody's vaping on. You've just dribbled it all there. Do we get a bib? Shall we get a bib for you? One with a little pelican bib.
You
know, so
saw-
we can
I
catch
saw
it.
that
Hey,
too.
Vinny.
Like way too early. I was nowhere near my mouth. I have to clean my keyboard off.
Vinny, you all right?
This is why she goes through so many keyboards.
This is my first keyboard. Screw you. And I just have a hole in my lip. It's all good.
That's the first
Yeah.
keyboard and the third coffee.
Yeah.
Technically, it is my third coffee because I have
Well,
my second
technically,
coffee sitting in the
yeah.
coffee cup, and this is my espresso. So
Don't worry, we come stocked.
don't worry, I have an energy drink too. So I'm good.
So Brian's saying, I'm losing it. Bought a jar of dry roasted peanuts and can't find the jar. Now they went to the Twilight Zone. They'll be still there. They'll be there somewhere. You'll put them down, and then when you don't want them, you'll find them. That's all you got to do.
Or you've taken them to the checkout, you've paid, and then
Yes,
left them at the
walked off.
checkout.
Yes.
Done that before.
Yes.
Oh shoot! I didn't mean to send those. I'm cleaning off my keyboard. Just ignore my random scribbles there.
I thought it was some sort of new writing that you was doing then that we won't, that you
I
swearing
have
at us or
Tourette's
something.
in my fingers. Don't worry about it.
Right. So what you vaping on, Tim, Liam?
So it's the Hedron 250C with the Steam Crave Aromizer V2 on top, and in that I'm still on that custard that I did 2 weeks ago. I've just been remixing it constantly. So it's 7% legendary custard, and I think I'm up to 3% FA Bavarian cream now.
All right, yeah.
Still good. It's just a basic custard. That's all I wanted. And over to you, Cassie.
I have espresso on my keyboard. No, just kidding. I gotta get all cleaned up. I've got the Thelema with the recoil and the last of my creamy banana coffee, and then I'll be switching to my creamy butter rum coffee.
Nice.
Okay, Birdie says you're not supposed to ever lose a drop, so you got to lick that keyboard clean.
Ew, for one. And I technically do have a hole in my lip. I did bite all the way through
Ow.
when I was little, but yeah, Tim, go ahead.
My Shamrock Irish Cream dessert in the Hadley on top of the Lost Vape Thelema. I actually contemplating switching that to the Centaurus 250C, but I do have still the Guar with the Nevermore on top with her plum mix in there.
That's a Gruss, not a Guar.
Gruss, yes, you are right. The guar. That's because the guar's next. The ven on top of the guar, ironically. That's got that cinnamon oranges. Trying that in there again. Let me try that a little bit again. See how it's weird but interesting. So you want something a little different. Got the clutch, Dreamer clutch on the with the Blaze Solo on top, and I still got that non Streets the Ruyan Reserve. It's kind of a nice, just once in a while palate cleanser kind of thing. And I got there you go, Benny.
Thank you very much. Well, I'm not since I've burnt my hand. I've been just using this. To be fair,
Your Pepsi, Pepsi,
yeah.
looks like an old Pepsi can.
Yeah, the Oxford Next Slim. But I tell you what, pod's lasting for ages. I put about 10 Nick salts through this. It's still going.
I'm not kidding. I would take some blue marker and just draw the top part for the Pepsi part logo. It's
Yeah,
like there.
yeah.
It's right there.
And inside that, I've got some Drifter Bar. I'm going to talk about this because I'm running short of salt, so I've got that in. This is a banana, strawberry banana. It's not too bad. A bit of a creamy banana and hardly any strawberry in it. It's all right. It's all right. I'm also on the cooker. And inside that, I've got some RY4 that I make up that I need to make some more because I'm nearly out of it. So, which is not too bad. It's just a general RY4. So, and that is generally me. Yes, Cloud Sugar Briggate. Well, it's not near me. It's in Leeds Town Centre. So Leeds Town Centre is about 10 minutes from me. But Briggate is in Leeds, and it is near enough because I'm like 10 minutes from centre. So, did you get up nice when you went shopping? Did you go up Briggate? That's what we say. Go up Briggate or down Briggate.
Up Briggate, down Briggate.
Up Briggate. Well, it's called lower. There's lower Briggate. There's lower Briggate, but there's no upper Briggate.
It's odd.
We got some places, you have uptown, downtown.
Yeah, we do. It just has Briggate and lower Briggate. that's
all right. You guys got too much color. We don't have enough. So
I'm assuming Briggate is just upper Briggate then.
It's just Briggate.
Yeah, they just didn't bother putting the upper in front of them.
Elsmo says, share your IY4 recipe. I can't. I can. It's not public. I can put it public if you want.
There, we need some color.
Just sign in here. Just one sec.
Yeah,
What kind of adventures are we going on today, Tim?
Just,
I don't know. This showed up as a Zoom background when I logged into Zoom. It gave me these Zoom backgrounds off X. It's like, okay, why not?
It looks like Rick and Morty.
It is.
Yeah.
It's Rick and Morty's garage.
Yeah, Neil, that licorice flavour, there's not a lot of getting away from it whenever you use root beer, unfortunately. You either get a full-on wintergreen or you do get like a licorice sort of note.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are the spicier notes, although it's prominent in most of them. Coffee? Light coffee?
my recipes. IY4. Right, I will make it public.
Public.
Publica. Why can't I make it public? Says this recipe is private, but how do I make it public?
What, on ELR?
Yeah.
You just go into edit recipe and then down the bottom there's a checkbox.
Yeah, that's what I couldn't. Do you know when you're like, right? I'll drop it in chat. You can bring it up if you want.
Yeah, I'll bring it up now.
Should be, is that? Is it brought up?
Let's not come up. There's a link. No, you're missing the H off the front of it.
Ah, right, that's why.
It's all right. I'll copy.
It's all right. I've done it. There you go. Yep, it's there now.
There we go. Yeah, I got that up. I'll do a quick share screen on that. Hey, it's not often we showcase one of your recipes, Benny.
No, it is not.
Like I say,
Right,
it's just
This is RY4 by Benny Vapes. So it's 5% TFA RY4 double, 3% cap sugar cookie, 3%, I assume that is cap sweet cream,
Yeah, yeah,
and 2% TFA vanilla bean gelato.
yeah.
Looks very nice, does that?
Nice
Nice
as it
creamy.
steeps. Yeah, you lose a bit of the cream as it steeps and it gets a bit more stronger, and which I quite like. Do you know what I mean? That's why I put the RY4 a little bit further up.
That's that RY4 double.
Yes,
I do like that one though. I do like
Yeah.
RY4 double.
you know, but off at bat you can vape it straight off at bat, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
And then, like I say, as it gets, and especially when your coils get a little bit gunkier.
Yeah, you might want to go in there and do a quick sneaky edit on there, Benny, and just put cap sweet cream before Fiddy hits you with the bad hammer.
Yeah, I will do. I'll.
Pity, Rocky's right here.
Yeah, I'll edit it.
No, I've heard that Rocky only looks at recipes that have got milk and honey in them. So you'll only look at those ones and veto those ones.
There you go.
Why does he have to look? He's got
There you go.
bathwater.
There you go. Done. I've edited now. So yeah, it was just I wanted an RY4 that were just plain and simple, and I thought, nah, I'll do that. Let's become more.
Yeah, that's what we keep saying. Recipes don't have to be complicated.
And it's only for yourself. It's not. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can adjust it yourself, whatever you want to put in it with that RY4 double. That's, you know what I mean. Benny, are you for the milk and honey? What's he on about? Let's bring up some recipes then. Let's have a look at them. What we got in here. We've got the Advocate for Liberty's Shamrock Dessert. So click on that. Bring that up. We'll have a look at that.
Yeah, I got it. It
Oh,
wasn't
you
showing
gonna
up.
do it, Liam?
It wasn't actually showing up for me until you actually mentioned it.
All right.
I think I get a bit of a delay on my chat.
Are you in live chat? You're not in top chat, are you?
No, I'm in live chat. Right, so we got Avocado for Liberties, Shamrock Irish Cream dessert shots. So it's 1.5% SSA chocolate mousse, 2% Flavor West creme de menthe. I love that creme de menthe. It's really nice. 1.5% Wonder Flavors ice cream dark chocolate, 3% Vape Train Irish Cream.
No, impact flavors.
Impact Flavors.
Yep.
0.5% Purilium Super Sweet and 2% SSA Whipped Cream.
And that's actually what I'm vaping on right now. It's got just the right amount of that Irish cream poking through everything. Just the right amount.
Rocky Toonies put that in. It's an RY4. RU4, the milk.
Yeah, I'm going to share that now.
We got Liam sharing and it's not crashing. I'm so happy.
So 0.5% of Impact Flavors coffee liqueur, 0.5% of Flavora cream, 1% Flavora milk and honey, and 6% TFA RY4 double. That looks that looks like you'd like that, Benny. Apart from the milk and the honey and
No,
the coffee.
The coffee, yeah. I'm all right with
Yeah,
cream.
apart from two out of the four flavors.
Yeah.
Apart from two of the
Apart
four
from two out
flavors,
of
you
four,
like
it'd
it.
be great for me. That it'd be lovely. But that RY4, if you do push it, it's nice. It's nice when you put up to like 5-6%.
Yeah, I'd take
Although-
I think I'm taking that out to 7-8%.
Yeah.
Although
It's very
if you were
dirty,
gonna we're being fair, if any coffee you would be okay with, that coffee liqueur probably would be the one you might be able to tolerate.
No,
No,
it's
tried
coffee.
it? You
It's 100%. Anything that's got coffee in it tastes coffee straight away.
That
If it's
sucks.
got coffee in. So even if it tastes remotely like a coffee, I'm like, nah.
I was gonna say remotely like coffee. It's a liqueur. It's not a coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, that RY4 is quite forgiving if you do push it up. It's not a bad one.
It does start getting very, very dirty though. The higher you push it,
Yeah, but you can't.
and that tobacco really comes through.
Yeah, it's nice to have a dirty tobacco sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I was going to... So obviously we've just been on about Nick salts, right? And I'm probably going to... Because I can't make up my mind whether they're all simple flavours. There's nothing great about them. They're all, a couple of... Like that strawberry banana. I have what else do I have? Blue raspberry, cherry blue raspberry. They're not massive flavours. And I'm thinking to myself, why am I spending £3 or £4 on some? Why don't I've got fucking stuff to make it with, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what I want to know is from you. So I don't know whether to do, and I never do. I've never done big batches of e-liquid ever. I've always done like 30 ml, 50 ml, 100 ml. Do you know what I mean? I've never gone any bigger than that. I don't know. So if I did a big batch of an e-liquid, did one, great, love it. Did a big batch, did a litre bottle that's going to last me, and I decanted it into a little 10 ml bottle so I can carry it around with me, right? And I make it as a 20 milligram, 10 milligram, whichever I do. Is that 10 milligrams? Is that still going to be 10 milligram in there?
Yeah, as long as
I
you
decant it.
Yeah, as long as you give it a very good shake before you decant it.
Because this is what always got me when I did bigger batches. I know what I've put in a smaller one. I know what I've put in a small, 30 ml. I know that's going to be, shake it up, it's going to be in there at whatever I've put it at. And 120s, I know that if I put it in there, it's going to be 120 and you're going to be using it. But I always get, when I get further up, is it still going to be when I decant? Because I've never decanted it into something. I've always just used it in the bottle I've done.
No, it'll still be exactly the same mix as whether it's in a 10 ml or a 5 litre or a gallon. As long as it's given a good mix, thorough mix before you decant it, it'll be fine. Because I mean, when we were able to buy big bottles with nicotine in,
yes,
they would have been doing exactly the same thing. They would have been making it up in gallons at a time and then decanting it into the smaller bottles using their bottling machines.
right.
They wasn't bottling up all the flavours and then squirting the nicotine in.
See, that's what I didn't know if that's what they did. You know, like you see the bottling machines going round, so they had the flavour, adds a VGP, and then adds the nicotine in the bottle, and it goes off.
No, I can't see it. I can't see him doing it that way. It would be made up because they wouldn't have been sat around for months before they were sold anyway.
Right.
If you had a gallon drum that you mix it all up in and then sat around for months without touching it, it might start to get a little bit peppery. But because they'd be mixing it up in big gallon drums, then pouring it in the bottles, then sending the bottles off to the shops, a lot of the time they steep for a week or two in wherever they mix it up in their warehouse or whatever. But then the rest of the steeping time is pretty much done in the shop normally.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I could never get when you did, when people say, I do a big batch. Do you know what I mean? 500 ml or whatever. And I'm thinking, well, you don't carry a 500 fucking ml around in your pocket. Do you know what I mean?
No, as long as you give her a good shake first, it's exactly.
Yeah, you just got to be sure. Sure, it's good and mixed. It's just like if you have a 120, if it's been sitting for a little while since you used it, you want to give it a good shake before you pour it in.
Yeah,
same idea, same thing.
Yeah, I've got into the habit of I shake my bottle pretty much every time.
Yeah, even if it's a 10, even if I first thing in the morning for sure, got to make sure you shake it. But throughout the day, I shake it anyway because you never know. Sometimes you'll have certain flavorings that do separate a little bit in there.
Yeah, the only danger you'd have is if you mixed it up and you didn't vape it all within, say, 3 weeks. And you get to the 6 or 7 week mark and then realize you don't like it when it's been steeping that long.
Yeah, well, that's what Tim's just put. If you bet 500 mil and then decide you don't want to flavour it anymore.
Oh, no, that's what I do. Every time I mix a big batch of anything, I instantly am, I really love this. I vape it. As soon as I mix a big bottle, I'll start dripping in. Like, I'm over this. Fuck.
But that's not always the case either. Like I put in chat, remember how many 500 ml bottles I had you make of that blueberry coffee before you refused to make me anymore?
That's because you're insane, though. That's different.
No, then I just started mixing and I started making better recipes than that, and I didn't.
That's the only danger with big batches. It's just it goes past the time that you've actually tested it, steeped at, and you realize you don't like it, or you just get bored of the flavor, or it loses.
Or you start to get mute to the flavor. That can happen too if you vape something for a while. Then all of a sudden, a certain flavoring in there starts to get a little muted and it starts to taste a little off. You
Oh.
go away from it for a little while, come back, you might taste it again. It might taste
Speaking of that, it just reminded me. I saw a massive headline on the newspaper a couple of weeks ago. New danger hitting vapors.
Oh
It
God,
was about vape tongue.
that's dangerous.
Vapor's tongue. Okay.
Yeah,
I
it was
love how they talk
vapor's
about-
tongue.
When did
And-
vapor's tongue become dangerous? It's just
Yeah.
a lack of being able to taste something. What?
Yeah, that's what they were relating it to, because you lost all sense of taste. You don't lose all sense of taste. You just can't taste that juice you're vaping.
Yeah, it's not
Exactly.
COVID.
Liam, we should do neural thermodynamics. We should go in and write a paper on it because we've heard about it once, and just like they heard about it, we could write a paper on it and describe it in thorough detail without ever researching anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only danger, Benny, of mixing it with big bottle is it goes past the
Yeah.
sleeping time that you tested and it goes a bit funky,
I won't
maybe.
gonna-
or
with 10 mil ones,
just get
I
bored.
probably won't. I won't do a 500, but I'll probably do a 120. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously then I do. But I was just thinking, when I use a 120, I just pour it in my tank, give it a shake, pour it in my tank, give it a shake. But when I'm thinking, if I decant in that, then am I still getting my 20 milligram?
As long as you're shaking it good.
As long as you give her a good shake before you pour it in, it'll be fine.
Because like I said, I've usually do 30 mil mixes that way. If I can't stand it after a week, it's no big loss. No, exactly, and that's what I've always done.
Oh, and
when I
you
mix.
use quite a bit of TPA and stuff. So, like Liam was saying, you might find when it gets out 5-6 weeks out, it might taste completely different. A few of those.
Because you gotta remember that on the breakdown, when it says 10 milligram, it's not 10 milligram.
Yeah.
It's 10 milligram per milliliter.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not 10 milligram per mix per milliliter.
Yeah, because it just saturates right the way through. So yeah, give her a good shake. Decant, you'll be good.
Yeah, like I say, it was just that I've never done any bigger than a 120 ml bottle because I've never had to do anything bigger than, you know what I mean? Because I just do it as I need it. Do you know what I mean? I don't do massive, like some people do, like say, I know Vic does like litre bottles and then decants.
Yeah, that's
insane.
insane.
And I'm like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm like,
I used to mix by the liter. I used to mix by the liter and then decanter into smaller 100 ml bottles.
Yeah, what Neil's saying right there in chat, chocolate milk shake I mixed. I vaped for months and all of a sudden I got sour milk. I can't vape anymore. That might go away if it's like your palate got used to it and started getting a little bit more sensitive to certain notes or losing certain notes, making it taste weird. Or unfortunately, it might just be the fact that you had a bunch of it. But the way it's saying is vape, that doesn't say mixed a big bottle. So it might go away after a little while. But there's also situations like Cassie and I vaped so much that strawberry mango from what was it? Candy Pop
Yep.
eventually they renamed.
yeah.
And she still can't do mango to this day.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
strawberry.
the way I look at it is it's if you enjoy a really good steak,
Mhm.
have a steak every single night for 3 weeks
Yeah,
and see if you
okay.
still enjoy it.
Yeah.
I have, and I do. I do. I could eat steak every day for my life.
He's put Finn McCool's old school Shamrock, and JVJ saying, I like drinking coffee, but I don't like vaping it.
Yeah, so there's some people that don't like the taste of the actual foods, but they don't mind
But
it.
they
in a
vape
vape.
it. Bill.
Yeah.
Bill, what is it? Is it cheesecake? He can't stand cheesecake in real life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that what it was? But he doesn't mind vaping it.
You
Because
know
your tasting is slightly different. Yeah, I've got Rocky's recipe up. I'm just going to do a share on that. This is Finn McCool Shamrock Macchiato, which is 0.75% FA dark bean coffee espresso, 0.4% Flavora creme de menthe, another good creme de menthe flavor, 2% cap French vanilla V2, 2% FA Irish cream, 0.3% cap super sweet, and 1% cap sweet cream. Suggested steep time of 7 days.
Yeah, flavor creme de menthe, I like it, but because she gets sensitive to like the toothpastey side of it, which some people do with that flavor, I do get a little bit more of like the actual syrupy creme de menthe you used to in your flavorings out of the Flavor West. But yeah, that's my second favorite creme de menthe by far.
Yeah. Rocky's saying he used a lemon vape, but now gives me a pepper nut. I like a lemon vape. I do actually like a lemon vape. I do.
Yeah, I used to really enjoy liquid ban ice cream, and then all of a sudden,
never liked it.
After using it for years, all of a sudden I started tasting pepper from it, so I couldn't vape it anymore.
I've never liked it. Fucking never liked it. It's fucking awful. It's the worst ice cream out there.
Yeah, that pepper tasting thing develops sometimes with people. I've seen a lot of people used to, like the custards, used to vape a ton of the custards, and all of a sudden they taste pepper.
Yeah, it's like I never used to be able to stand Cap V1.
Yeah,
because I got a horrible, really plasticky taste off it, and then all of a sudden that just disappeared, and I could taste it tasted nice.
I find that if I get an old school company that's uses Cat V1, I taste it straight away, and I'm not a massive fan.
Yeah,
not a massive fan. Of
Killer
it
custard.
now. Yeah, I'm just not a massive fan of. If I get one, and it's got all I can taste is Cat V1. And after a while,
it's like I like custards, but I can't do killer custard. Never have been. Don't like it.
I mixed up when I started enjoying my custard flavors. I mixed up a big bottle of Keith Dewey's custard. It's really, really popular on ELR. It's quite popular in the UK scene, along with Creeds and everything else. But I mixed up a big bottle of Keith's. I couldn't vape it.
Yeah.
Because of that odd plasticky note. I figured
I
out what it was.
Go on with it.
It's from the vanilla they were using.
Ah, right.
But then, like I said, all of a sudden, I could vape it okay and enjoy it. That taste just went away.
I tell you what, it does do to me. It gives me a tightening in my chest after I've vaped it for a little bit.
Brian, that's it.
Vaping it, and I'm like, ooh, I get a right sort of.
I remember that because you did that like last fall.
Yeah,
you did that. You tried some. Yep.
And I'm like, as soon as I stop vaping it, it's gone.
Yeah.
Brian, the answer is definitely yes to some degree, but it depends on the flavoring. We have found some flavorings that within a year or two after you get them start to have that degrade situation. And then there's others don't taste really all that much different after 5-6 years. They taste the same.
It depends on how you store them as well. I mean, if you're
storing is a little bit.
If you're keeping them in your tin shed out your back garden in a 30-degree summer, then they're going to degrade.
Yeah. And some of it's just what's in it. How is it made? All flavorings are made not equally because they're different. Different chemical makeups, different amounts of natural ingredients. All these things are a factor in how it degrades. Typically speaking, most of them are good for at least a few years.
Yeah, as long as they're taken care of. Keep the bottle on tight. You keep the bottle on tight.
Yep. Keep the bottle on tight. Keep it in a nice, cooler environment. Yeah.
Most of the time, you don't really notice change in taste, but you do notice a change in
color.
No, intensity.
Yeah, the potency. The potency of it.
Yeah, it starts you start to have to use more to be able to taste it. So it just doesn't mix quite right. In that you use it in a recipe that you've used before, and you know how it should sit, and it doesn't sit properly in the recipe because it's starting to fade.
I tell you what does.
I would have done the same thing, Rocky. He said the same thing. Lemon Sicily tastes like pepper. Bought a new batch and had the same results. It's exactly what you need to do. If you start to get an off note from a flavor, pick up a new little sample bottle of that flavor. Make sure it's not that it's just gotten a little older
But personally, I give it. If I picked up a flavor and I've had it before and I liked it, and I picked it up and it didn't taste quite right, so I developed that pepper note. Yes, I do exactly the same. I buy another bottle of it, but I try and buy it from the original manufacturer. If if it's from a place that rebottles, or I'd leave it a little while to buy it again to try and make sure that you're not getting from the same batch.
Yeah.
Good point.
Free rider,
point.
you all right, mate? Yeah, I do agree. I tell you what does go funny. You know, have you ever made up? Obviously, you will have done. You'll have made up lemon tart. Have you ever left that for a year and looked at it? It goes fucking black.
Yeah, I've had a couple that have gone
Black.
absolutely black.
Lemon. I don't know if there's a lemon in it. It just goes absolutely tar. It goes like tar.
I wasn't sure whether it was the nicotine oxidizing because I was doing all of my mixes with nicotine in, or
Yeah.
whether. But I've noticed custards do as well. Custards will go black. They'll look like treacle.
Yeah. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. I got one. I found one in cupboard that had some lemon tart that I'd mixed up, and I took it out, and it was just like black. I'm like, oh, better not vape this. Throw it straight in the bin.
And yet there are really dark flavors that are just fine to vape. It tastes good.
Sugar cookies, another one that goes crystallized on it.
Yeah,
Sugar. There's actual, like, I think some sugars in it.
I've had something spill in my mixing bottle, and it's not going to show up properly. See?
Oh,
See,
yeah.
it's spilled in my drawer,
Right.
and it's the custard. It's it's gone like that really dark black color, but it's all sticky and
Yeah. Yeah. So I need to know. So what's your favourite blue raspberry? What's everybody's favourite blue raspberry? Because I'm after a blue raspberry because I want to do a blue raspberry cherry. So I need to order some bits and pieces up. So I need to know what's your favourite blue ras?
I haven't got one.
The Wonder Flavor Sour Blue Raz Candy.
What about everybody out there? Does everybody use blue ras? Because I like a blue ras. I never used to do. I've just suddenly with using
Flavor Blue Raz works well with that, actually.
So I'm going to do a blue ras. That blue ras cherry is really nice. I get a Hayati one. It's a blue ras cherry, which is probably an Ensing blue raspberry.
Yeah, I wouldn't
See the blue.
If you're going for that, I wouldn't go for the Wonder Flavors one. Because the
Right.
Wonder Flavors one is sour.
Yeah, sour Blue
Like,
Raz.
you're gonna want more of more of a candy sort of blue
Yeah,
ras.
Brian's saying blue
So
ras
you
Delosi.
want Flavora. Because that blue raspberry jelly bean that just came out with my Wonder Flavors, it's a nice electric blue jelly bean, but I don't get blue raz out of it.
No blue Raz to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I'm going to have a look. I'm going to do probably this week on it. I was going to do when they did 25% off at Noms, but I'm going to sort of look and see what.
As far as straight up blue raz, I would actually say Flavora and is a nice base start for it.
I'm gonna have a look now to see if I've done any blue ras recipes, see what one I use, because it's been ages since I actually mixed with blue ras.
And I know, and the cult actually works good to accent that Flavora, but you don't like the cult one because it's a cult.
Yes.
I can't check. I can't open Firefox.
Buddy John says Liquid Barn makes a blue ras. We struggle to get Liquid Barn.
Oh,
flavors
Liquid
over.
Barn Blue Raz is the first one I
Oh, that's
got. Do not like
disgusting.
it. Do not
I
like
think
it.
it was I think it was Liquid Barn that I did.
Yeah, that Liquid Barn Blue Raz is the
Julia
first one we
Sue
got.
Did a blue ras cherry a while ago. If anybody knew.
Yeah, I can't
Julia
remember if
Sue.
she ever made it public because it was. I think that may have been on a one shot line.
All right.
Sue shots. I think she was just Julia Sue on ELR.
Let's see if you can find it.
I can't do anything at the moment.
You can
I
do it,
clicked
but-
on Firefox to open it up and it's just spinning circle of death.
Blue Cream Dream, as Rocky's put it up. So yeah, I quite like a blue raz. I've found that I do like the simpler flavors that like that banana. I do like the what is it? What did I have the other day? What did I have the other day? That one in that? Oh, strawberry and lime and strawberry and lemon. Things like that. Just nice and simple ones. So I'm thinking,
Yeah.
I've got stuff to make it with. Why am I buying it? Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? That was my thing. Why am I buying this when I've got stuff here that I can make my own?
See, I always used to like TFA, the TFA line. I think it was TFA double lime or something like that. But
What
I
kind of
always,
lime are you looking for?
I always used to put a little bit of kiwi with it because it brings that lime
See,
taste out more.
I like a strawberry kiwi. I do like strawberry kiwi. I do like that. Brian said, how about a blue ras custard?
I have one. Cream, actually, wasn't it? Not custard.
Are you back up and working now then, Liam? Are you still spinning?
Nope, still spinning. I don't know what's going on.
You look fine here, but
No, it hasn't affected Zoom. It's just stopping me from clicking on anything. It's when I go and try and open something from my taskbar. So, there you go. I can open it from my desktop. I just can't open it from my taskbar for some reason. Bizarre.
Brian, I think Bob Ohmstulo actually did try a blue ras custard, but he probably named it something really off the wall and bizarre, so I'll never be able to find it.
Mhm.
There's Firefox. That's where it is. There's like opening Firefox up when I got Zoom open.
I just use Chrome. I'm not.
Yeah, I made a cream, not a custard, but
Top rated sweet tart. Who's it top rated by? Is it by yourself or by majority vote? Did he go in front of Parliament?
actually, that sweet tart's pretty good. I've actually tried that sweet tart. It's pretty good.
Well, bring it up. Are we going to bring Rockies up this blue cream dream? Anybody? I can't do all. I can, but you won't see it. They would, because we do display capture. But
Blue red custard. I definitely, unfortunately, Benny, I'd have to go with like vanilla custards. Have to. You don't want a buttery custard with blue raz. That just sounds weird.
no, you won't. You won't.
There you go. Now I'm working again.
Hey,
Yay, Liam's working.
Just having a look
See-
for Julia's recipes. I'm not sure. I can't remember
Let's
what
see how
I'm
long it
mixing
is
in
before
was.
Liam loses again. Who's got the next block on the timer?
There you go, Julia's soup.
Benny's taking bets.
See if I can find that. Blue raspberry.
so you
Blue
bring
cherry.
it back. So you just bring it back to normal style when we use it. You'd have to add some vanilla
Normal
cream.
view.
Go for the
It's
cream,
not.
not the custard.
This one isn't a blue. This one isn't a blue raspberry cherry. It's a blueberry cherry.
Right. What cherries are you using? Because that's another thing. That's the cherries.
Juicy cherries from SSA and Inawera cherries. Inawera cherries is one of the best cherries. Not Inawera cherry. Inawera cherries.
It's got to have an S on it. Is it cherries or R-I?
Yeah, it's gotta be cherries, not cherry.
Right.
Let's see if there's any. Nothing wrong.
A blue ras milkshake would be nice. Quite nice, wouldn't it? Blue ras milkshake.
Yeah, I've tried doing blue raspberry with cream and it just doesn't sit right with me. I'm not sure
No?
what it is.
I actually
No.
did I got a blue raz cream. I did okay. I used Flavora cream and whipped cream SSA, and they worked with it. You have to be very particular on what creams you add to a blue raspberry. It doesn't work. The wrong one, if it's got too much of a milky note to it, it does not mix.
Yeah, the only blue raspberry recipe that I've actually got public on ELR is my slush puppy one.
All right, we'll bring that up. Don't do me. We'll bring Rockies up in a minute.
Ah, blue as custard made on this show.
Oh, so it's slush doggy, which is 7% OSDIY blue raspberry slush, 0.5% of WS23, 2.5% cap hibiscus, 4% cap juicy
Baby G.
peach, TFA raspberry sweet 3.5%, and 0.3% super sweet. Now the super sweet you can bump up, and you can potentially drop that hibiscus down, but that hibiscus is in there because when I have blue raspberry slushies, isn't very often, I taste a very, very slightly floral note that reminds me of hibiscus.
Yeah, I never get a floral
Yes.
note for when I have a slush.
No, so I think there's hibiscus in there,
All right.
which is why I put hibiscus in it.
There's a fake blue raspberry that you guys made that
Say, I've got
Graham
that
put together.
unreleased. I've got an unreleased. Don't know if you can see it.
I call it fake because it's blueberry and raspberry, not real blue ras.
Ah,
An unreleased e-liquid line that is
Mm.
from Mr. Nevins.
Oh, we got another whole set of betas coming in next week. Got another new release coming.
All right, who's that from? Can you not
Can
say?
we say? I don't know if I can say. I probably better check permission first.
How many flavors?
It's 22
22.
betas. 22 betas. I don't know how many I'll make it through, but 22 betas. Yeah.
A range of flavors. You can tell us that. Is it a range of flavors or is it? Are the ones
It's a
that-
flavor. It's one of our major flavor houses. One
No,
of the major
no.
ones we do.
What I'm saying is it? Are there some ones that you wouldn't have thought about? Are they going?
No
out
idea
there?
yet.
You don't know
Don't
what
have
they
a
are
list.
All right.
We won't know until they get here next week.
Oh, it's been all right, mate. It's all right now.
Flavora should be coming out soon. I'm knock on wood that if I had any here, but yeah,
I
it's
got
supposed to be coming out soon. So
I got that blue raspberry custard up. She's
the one from Graham,
yeah, monkey on juice.
the fake one that's not really blue raspberry.
Graham.
Graham.
She's 6% liquid balm blue raspberry, 1% Inawera custard, 2.5% FA custard premium, 0.4% SSA raspberry syrup, and 0.75% super sweet from Cap. Looking at Inawera, haven't they also changed their name as well?
Have they?
Or are they still
Not that-
Inawera?
Not that they're still unaware that I know of. They
No,
haven't
'cause I-
changed.
No, because I thought they'd been bought or had a name change or something as well.
Not that I've heard of. Doesn't mean it's not happening. But I haven't heard anything about Inawera yet. No.
Ah, okay.
Mullenberry is becoming an SSA. It's absorbing that. Chem Novatic is supposed to be going to the to SSA as well, from what I've heard. Although I haven't seen any of that yet, so we'll see.
Barry Jones saying blue raz and rainbow sherbet flavor waste.
That would be a good
TFA,
combo,
good
Barry.
combo.
Hmm.
Are we
But-
bringing up this top-rated sweet tart?
Yep, I got that.
Yeah, I mixed this one. It's actually pretty good, Benny.
So this is Rocky's Sweet Tart, which is 1% vape train fizzy sherbet, 4% TFA
Impact
raspberry
flavors.
sweet. Yeah, 6% Wonder Flavor sour blue raspberry candy, and 2% TFA sweet and tart.
That one's pretty good, but you
Sweet
have to
tart
want
candy.
that tartar version, sour version of
Not-
the.
Like, nice little picture there as well, Rocky. Nice little AI pic.
Is the sweet and tart any good?
It's not what you'd expect.
Right.
I
Oh,
think
Flavorica.
I'm sure that one is. I'm sure I've heard people say that one is more like sweet tarts over in the States are more like
Yeah,
our
like the candies.
Smart,
the candies.
Are they more like our Smarties?
Ah, right.
Similar-ish to Smarties. We have Smarties here too, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so it's not quite what you'd expect. Is it like I assume that because I
It's a
tried
hard
that
candy.
sweet and I tried that sweet and tart and I just couldn't place it.
I
Is
mean,
it
they
more
also
like
make a chewy version of it too, a chewy version as well.
is it more like a candy shell, or is it just
No, more like more like you said, like uh almost like more porous than than a sweet tart. I mean, there's Smarties. It's a little bit more porous than that, but it's not like it's a lot like that.
yeah? Because whenever I see sweet tart, I always associate it with the love hearts and stuff that we get
Yeah,
over
yeah, yeah,
here,
yeah,
Benny.
yes,
I
yes,
always
yeah,
expect it to be something like that.
yes, yeah. That's what I was getting at. Yeah.
It's
But
in that
it's
vein, but it's a little bit different. Yeah.
it's the same as the rainbow sherbet. Flavor Western TFA rainbow sherbet is really good if you want an ice cream.
Yeah, that's what I always thought. Right, so I remember Grim always used to say, "You see that rainbow sherbet in the dark," and I always used to think, "Oh, that's quite nice. I fancy some of that." And I'm thinking, then when I looked into it and I got some rainbow sherbet, I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, for us,
Yeah, you get
rainbow sherbet would be crystallized,
Yeah,
crystallized
like
candy.
crystallized sugar.
Super concentrated flavored sugar.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like
Yeah.
this rainbow fucking sherbet. Doesn't taste anything like a fucking sherbet.
Yeah. Rainbow sherbet is more like a gelato like version
Yeah.
of your candy.
I'm
Yeah.
like, fucking, what's this?
Yeah. Flavorica is in Aware, but now I'm trying to figure out. I've seen that, but I thought isn't Flavorica like a
Yeah,
rebrand of it? It's
that's
not necessarily a rename, but a
yeah,
rebrand.
that's what I saw. I saw people saying about Flavorica being in Aware, and I was thinking, are they being bought or
Right.
It
gone through a
might
name
actually just
change?
be that might be like just whoever's carrying
Just
it
just a
has a different
rebot
name.
a rebottling.
Rebottle. I'm not sure which one it is. I thought it was a rebottle, but I could be wrong.
Smart with a sour.
Oh yeah,
flavour.
those were good, Brian. And actually, I like always used to love those sweet tarts. Like you get the small ones, but then you get the bigger ones that were like chewy, the chewy version. Those were so good.
Do you have some
Or
bizarre
like the
things in
lollipop
America?
ones.
See, this is what gets me because when we look at stuff, and obviously flavors, a lot of flavors are geared up towards American. Do you know what I mean? And
A lot of them the other way around too. Just
See,
to
I
let
don't
you
think
know.
they are. I think when I look at them, and
Oh,
it's
biscuits.
like,
How many of the biscuits are actually 90% of the biscuit flavors are cookies to
they're
us?
not, they're
And
not
you
the
guys call them
biscuits.
biscuits.
It's a fucking biscuit. A biscuit was out before the cookie.
Yeah, but in our case, a biscuit's this nice, airy, fluffy little layered, like almost
Scone.
scone-like thing,
Yeah, but
like
it's not, that's
like an
fucking
airy
scone.
scone, and
It's a
that's what we
savory
get for
scone.
biscuits. That's what we get for biscuits, and you call a biscuit, and it's a cookie. So we get
It's
all
not a
confused.
cookie. It's a fucking
It's
biscuit.
all over, and then you get like in Awera or okay, aromas or FA where they completely label them something weird that the translation was lost, but they still go with it and they never change it despite the fact that even when it comes out, no, that's not named right.
Barry says, I
FA
think it's
is
in a way that's gone
notorious.
over to Super Aromas,
No.
and it's Rocky's saying it's a rename.
Yeah, it is a rename. Okay. No, Super Aromas, I don't believe so. I don't believe they
Oh.
go to SA.
Saw something new in the supermarket in the week as well when I went shopping, Benny.
All right, yeah.
The milkshake companies have discovered there's other flavors out there other than banana and strawberry and
Sorry.
chocolate.
Oh, why? What we got now?
Right, so I've been buying Clark some a white chocolate one. White
All right,
chocolate
yeah.
milkshake is really good. They got a raspberry ripple,
All right,
which
yeah.
is also nice. It does taste like you've just bought the ice cream and just let it melt. There's a salty caramel one, which is nice.
Nice.
And I found the birthday cake flavor.
Birthday cake.
Yeah, which was a bit odd.
Yeah, well, it will be.
didn't
It tastes
quite-
a birthday cake.
It didn't quite taste like birthday cake, but you did taste the sprinkles and a little
Yeah.
bit of the cakiness, but no icing or anything like that. Well, yeah, but they discovered there's other flavors out there. So I mean, it might be worth having a look down the milkshake aisle if you're looking for
Yes,
inspiration
yes,
for mixing.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. Have a look. I'll tell you what I did see today while we talk about supermarkets. Have you ever had a baby Guinness?
I've heard of them. I've never had one.
Oh, man, they're nice. I don't like Guinness. I don't like Guinness at all because I don't like coffee and Guinness tastes coffee. But I'll have a baby Guinness. and it's what is it? It's Tia Maria and Bailey's, basically.
Yeah.
WKD are now doing Baby G
Oh, okay.
in a bottle. Baby G.
Yeah, because it can't. Is it actually called Baby G because they can't call it Guinness? Because Guinness is trademarked.
Yes, it's called Baby G.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
But
Fitty.
everybody knows because it looks like a Guinness. It looks like when they get in the shot glass. It looks like because obviously you put your Tia Maria in and then you dribble your Bailey's over the top, so it looks like a Guinness. But fuck me, you get
Yeah,
you get quite drunk on them.
I'm quite partial to a Guinness. Yeah, I do quite like stouts.
Well, if you go down, it's about £9 for a bottle of WKD. If you ever walk past it, it's called Baby G. I just seen it today, and I thought, ooh. I don't think it'll look like a baby Guinness when you pour it out, unless it's like. Do you remember that? What is it? They used to have it with two separate ones. Used to be white and a black.
Oh yeah,
Ballycastle, was it? Something like that.
yeah, something like that. Sheridan's.
Sheridan's, that's it. Yeah.
Sheridan's. Yeah, I discovered that for the first time and ended up drinking about 12 cups of coffee. I discovered it tasted really nice in coffee, so I was getting drunk and buzzed at the same time.
Yeah, because it had the white. You poured it out and it was white and black, wasn't it? So it made that thing like. But I never had it because, like I say, I'm not a fan of coffee like that.
It's really, really nice. It goes really well with coffee, but obviously not for you, Benny.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's the thing. I'm not a coffee.
Bless you.
Yeah, Neil says over here in the States, a biscuit gets covered in gravy. Yeah, no. Brad's saying Noms selling
crap.
Innerwear as SSA.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's a misnomer. I think that got mixed up from Mullenberry and Chem Nevada's supposed to be going over. Mullenberry already started. Chem Nevada's going over. Innerwear is a different company.
Be right back.
So that wouldn't
All right,
be part of that same group. It's a different group. Completely different companies. So that wouldn't make any sense. I think it was just a misnomer. Got the two confused. But if they are going to be Flavorica, now I don't know if that name changes like everywhere or maybe specific places. Or who knows? We'll see.
Do you reckon it's just because they're doing everything under one brand?
That's what SSA is doing. They're bringing everything under one brand instead of having the multiple brands.
Yeah.
Chem Nevada's already went away. Similar to Mullenberry did, but Mullenberry started popping up like rumor had it, but it took a couple years for it to come through as MB. Like the
So is it going to be under Mullenberry? Is it going to be under SSA? Is
Yes,
everything going to be under SSA now?
I believe so. Mullenberry is, yes. They've already started. A lot of them have the MB in brackets. And the rumor has it that Chem Nevada's following suit. That's why they stopped that production of that's going to the same place. Now, whether or not they do, we'll see. We were wondering for a while with Mullenberry. It kept on saying it was going to happen, and it took like a couple of years to show up, or a year and a half anyway.
yeah, Finny, you're going to have to get the slash Florica.
Yeah, you better slash them all, Fiddy.
Digestive biscuits are a wheat-based biscuit. They were originally developed as a digestive. So you'd eat them to settle your stomach and stuff.
Yeah, but they're not name wrong or anything. They're not digestive cookie like they should be. They're digestive biscuit.
Yes, and we also have oatmeal biscuits.
Yeah,
which is also cookie.
Yeah, and we also have obnobs.
But everything's American named according to Benny. But even though that's all wrong,
we also have Jaffa cakes, which is a biscuit.
Tim Tams.
Yeah, but it's a biscuit.
No, it's a cookie.
No, it's a biscuit.
It's a cookie.
It's a cake.
No. Cookie. They went to court over it. It's a biscuit.
It's a biscuit. Yes, it's a biscuit.
Yeah, but that only one over there, not over here.
All right, but I've tried them, and it's totally not a biscuit. It's a cookie.
It's a cake, actually. It's a cake.
No, it's a cake.
Well, that's why it's called Jaffa cake, because it's a cake base. But they went to court because they was going to charge them tax with it being a cake, and because they got less tax for a biscuit.
You know what? I think Brian has it right. That is the best way to have biscuits, because a biscuit is something you eat with gravy.
That's right.
Sausage gravy.
Only in the US. A biscuit everywhere else in the world is what we have.
No.
That's not true. Canada too.
Yeah.
Canada too. There you go.
Yeah, it's just bizarre.
Biscuits and gravy is common in both places.
You gotta just remember we're
And
from
we're
the
talking a
US,
butter
so we're
biscuit.
nice.
It's literally like a simple little dessert pastry
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Brian says, I think cookie came first in France. Just type it in, just put it in Google, say which came first, biscuit or cookie.
Um, I gotta say you to that one, Neil, because chocolate is a no-go still for a very long time.
Well, biscuit
I
covered in
haven't.
gravy is just a scone covered in gravy. Covered in chocolate. That's all it is. They don't even fucking... Popeye's ones don't even taste of all the shit.
I did enjoy the savoury scones with gravy when I went over to the States, but yeah, they're not biscuits.
They're not really truly a scone. They're not quite thick enough and dense enough to be a scone.
It's closer to a scone than a biscuit.
Well, for your guys' biscuits, yes, I will agree with you there. It's definitely not your cookie biscuits. No. Don't put cookie biscuits in gravy. Don't do that. Yeah.
You see what he's put? Love BCF. Asked them to grab me a 4-ounce bottle of SSA heavy cream on their next order. They actually bought it in to sell on their site, so no special order.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so if anybody Googles it, find out which came first, biscuit or cookie.
Oh, I'm sure biscuit came first because it came from the motherland kind of situation. I'm sure. Well, biscuit came
France.
first.
We got stuff brought over from France, didn't we? That's why we call it beef instead of fucking cow meat.
But it is cow meat, but it's also beef.
But that's from France. That's France's birth, isn't it? So we adapt it as beef.
Brian.
Listen,
And we have officially began the toffee butterscotch big
I
extravaganza.
bought myself a bag of the peanut butter filled chocolate eggs. I still have yet to open it, and it's been sitting there for like 3 weeks now
Bless you.
because I cannot bring myself to eat the chocolate.
Benny, this next year for Christmas is going to be fun, by the way. I just told her in chat.
Yeah,
Tim
to be
is
fair,
freaking idiot, and he just ordered a slushy machine. So now we have a slushy machine coming, the ice cream maker, the 2 espresso machines, the 2 soda streams, the 2 coffee pots. This man is freaking insane.
All
Bryson,
keto. All
the
keto.
Oh, and an ice
records-
maker.
Earliest known record of cookies are from the 7th century of Persia, modern day Iran.
Wait a minute. 7th century? Aren't we in the huh?
What in 21st
Yeah,
century?
earliest known records of
We're
cookies
not
are from the
21st,
7th century.
21st, yeah.
22nd. Yeah, 21st.
7th century. That's a long ways back, man.
It is.
So cookies might predate biscuits. You guys are wrong. Knew it.
Yeah, but there won't be cookies as you know cookies. There won't be your cookies.
I don't know. We don't know biscuits is your biscuits. You don't know biscuits.
You've got a biscuit. So when
Let me
we
ask
come
you a
over-
question. Okay, when the song says
That's
grab her by the
exactly it,
biscuits,
Rocky.
right? Do you think grab her by the biscuits, you want to grab a hold of a hard cookie based biscuit or you want a nice softer, more squishy kind of biscuit? Come on,
Depends
think
on if
about
I
it.
want. Depends on if I want a biscuit or a cookie.
Cookies
If
made
I want
their
a
way to
cookie, I go for the
America
soft squishy one.
through the Dutch in New Amsterdam in the late 1620s.
Yeah, well, yeah. So I would definitely say cookies win.
No, I'm sure biscuit was before that.
Seventh century, man. Biscuits before that. When did biscuits first? And then what kind of biscuit was it? That's even better question.
The great biscuit debate of 2025. What came first, the chicken or the biscuit? Yeah, Rocky, that's totally the idea. So for the vodka mixing later this year for Christmas, we will be doing
Yeah,
vodka slushies.
yeah, I suppose they are, John.
The earliest known mention of biscuits, especially ship biscuits, dates back to the 12th century, but they also had them in Rome.
All right, so we lose on the biscuits and gravy, 1800s Appalachian dish. Okay, so maybe that's a little bit more modern. So we modernized your biscuit,
So
made it into something real.
1588. So there you go. So what do you say? Early 7th century cookies came over from the 12th century. Ship biscuits have first into the 12th century and journey of Richard I took to Cyprus. 1588. These biscuits were first introduced in 1588 to the nation of ships. So there you go. And they also had a form of them in Roman times.
Hey, Ernie.
So there you go. Which came first? The biscuit. Thank you.
No.
No.
Exactly, John.
Persian,
Everything.
the Persian one outdates the other.
Romans were before
Yeah, that's the
Persians.
7th century.
7th century, not
We're
12th
talking about the
century.
16th
Yeah, that was
century.
12. That was 12th
Yeah,
century.
that's 7th.
When
He said
but
7th.
the Romans had
The Romans
before.
but the Romans, if you read it, it's twice baked bread, which means it's more like our biscuits, weirdly
No,
enough.
No, because
I'm just reading it right there. Romans call these rusk.
We have rusks.
Baked,
We
bread
make
baked
babies.
twice.
When they
Bread
babies to eat.
twice baked.
Brian's making it even worse now. In the US, the UK biscuit is known as a cracker. I'm sorry, but I would not get a custard cream and put cheese and pickle on it.
Yeah.
All right. Romans call them rusk. They're bread
Exactly.
twice baked from the 12th century, which are more like our version of a biscuit than yours because they're made of barley bread.
So John's saying, to be fair, everything in America came from the UK.
So weirdly,
Trump.
biscuits do predate cookies, yes, in this instance here, but the biscuit that predates cookies is more like our biscuit than your biscuit now, even though your biscuit's more commonly known as a biscuit over in UK. I don't get it. Makes
So
no sense.
take that biscuit.
I mean, a bread twice baked is a lot more like our biscuit than your cookie biscuits.
Yeah, so John's just said, so what do you call a cracker? It's known as a biscuit.
What do you call a cracker? Well, in this PC age, we don't call them crackers anymore. We just call them racist white people. Sorry, we don't call them that.
Do you have, what is it? Do you have Jacob's cream crackers then?
We have like
You put
saltines.
cheese on. You put cheese on them.
Saltines.
Yeah,
Put
I
cheese
think
and
so.
pickle.
I think
Saltines, and we got like Ritz
I-
crackers too.
Yeah, I was going to say, I always thought saltines were a bit like Ritz.
Ritz and saltines. Saltines are a little bit drier, saltier, more bland.
So you don't have you got a picture to say, get a Jacob's cream cracker up? Have a look.
No idea what that is.
Just put cream cracker.
Cream cracker?
Yes.
That sounds so wrong.
A scone isn't a biscuit or a muffin, it's a scone. It's its own
Yeah,
thing.
a scone. It's a scone. And is it scone or scone? I know that you know that a biscuit is.
Yeah, that the
biscuit,
cream crackers are
biscuit,
more like
biscuit,
that's basically what our saltines look like.
Rocky is saying townhouse.
Townhouse, yep.
Say,
Oh
John-
man, townhouse
John-
butter cookies.
Oh,
Oh.
John's just finished this whole thing off now with, I know that you know that a biscuit is a biscuity biscuit, a biscuity biscuitiness.
Yeah.
Hey, little known fact: animal crackers are the only animals okay to be eaten by vegans.
See, Clark told me a really stupid joke the other day.
Okay, what are almond crackers for you guys? I mean, animal crackers. What you guys have them over there, don't you?
Yeah,
Animal-
yeah, they're like biscuits with chocolate on.
Yeah, it's an animal biscuit.
No, they're crackers.
Yeah.
They're
It's
crackers.
called animal biscuit.
No, they're crackers.
We get animal biscuits, which
Okay,
are
so you
biscuits
do
in the
call
shape
them
of
biscuits.
animals with no, they're biscuits in
Oh,
the shape of animals.
That's
with
even more
chocolate on.
confusing. Now we're adding crackers into the mix, and this
But
is confusing because all
You
three
call
are
them
all
animal crackers, but it's a cookie, not a
Yeah,
biscuit.
banana.
It's a cookie.
Yeah.
Go on. What's this joke you were going to tell us, then, Liam?
Oh,
Clark's really bad joke was if two vegans are having a fight, Is it a beef? And I told him, no, it's not. It's a turf war.
It's a tougher war. uh, Brian's going to have nightmares of biscuits, Oreos. I'm not. I could give or take an
Yeah,
Oreo.
what's an Oreo for you guys? What do you
See,
call an
this-
Oreo?
An
Horrible.
Oreo.
That's what an Oreo. That's what
Yeah,
an Oreo is.
An Oreo is more like a cookie.
Yeah.
It is a cookie. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. it's
We
more
agree
like-
on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Monkeys and rabbits, loop to loop.
Animal crackers in my soup.
Animal crackers in your soup. What do you like? Chocolate soup?
What?
No, they have animal crackers. It's different, and it's not the animal crackers that we had on TV.
Well,
either.
the animal
Oh,
crackers we have a lot, like the kind we get are like a cookie, and you can get the glazed ones with like the, little frosting on them, stuff like that. But
Okay. The animal crackers in my soup is a song lyric though from what's her face?
oyster
The
crackers,
little
exactly, Rocky. I was thinking it too.
curly haired chick. Shirley Temple, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Shirley
I
Sue,
like it.
Shirley Temple.
It was
What's the other
Shirley
one?
Temple.
So this what gets me, right? So Brian said, compared to biscuits, English muffins have more health benefits, right? So until McDonald's,
English muffins totally different.
yeah, but until McDonald's brought out their McDonald breakfast, I'd never heard of a fucking English muffin. Ever.
Oh, we stopped by Subway today. We can still choose our veggies.
Oh, yeah, you mean the things that the McMuffins.
Yeah, the McMuffins is an English muffin, but I've never
Yeah, so-
fucking heard of an English muffin till then.
It's a breakfast muffin, isn't it? I think it's an American thing again.
Yeah, but they call it an English muffin.
It's an English muffin's very similar to a biscuit. Honestly, it's very
No.
similar.
Yeah, but it's not. It's a fucking bread thing. And
No,
it's,
it's not a biscuit. It's a bread thing.
It's very much similar to an American biscuit. Yeah,
And I've never
No,
heard of
yeah.
a fucking English muffin.
except
before. I
for
fucking
instead of
know what
being
that
like flaky pastry, it's more like a solid. I mean, I'm telling you, this whole thing, this could be a debate for weeks, months, years, ever. It never will end.
No.
The one thing I
say-
can say for sure is you guys can't even differentiate 100% the defining line between a biscuit and a cookie in your own retrospect, because you've actually proven that wrong, Liam. Where there's some of them that cross that line. Where is that line supposed to be? Oh yeah, but that doesn't fit, and that doesn't fit, and that. So at least we
You
know
know-
where the dividing line is.
It all comes down to the sugar that's used, I believe.
In
The
our
big
case,
thing.
it's just if it's a sweet, basically, it's a cookie. If it's more savory, that's a biscuit.
Yeah, John's saying
Yeah,
Oreo
that's
cropped in fresh cold milk can make a packet disappear very quick.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what's
At least
really
cake
good?
is you.
Oh, sorry, Benny.
Was that right? Go on.
You take your Oreos and you crush them up and mix them into whipped cream.
No, we have that over here in McDonald's. They usually do McDonald's ice
McFlurry,
cream.
McFlurry.
Yeah, McFlurry.
Yeah,
with
but the
Oreo.
McFlurry is ice cream. I'm talking about like whipped topping.
Yeah, you can put that stuff in like a graham cracker crust, like pie type filling. Oh, that's good.
I generally take
Chocolate
my
kind.
Oreos, open up the pack, and then tip them in the bin.
Yeah, I've not really. I've had them.
I
Every now and again.
don't
go out and buy
like
it.
them. I buy they've got a golden Oreo now. I buy those, but only because they're like a slightly cheaper version of the Fox's Crunch Creams.
Yes, I like a crunch cream.
I do like a crunch cream, but for like £1.50 a pack, they'll be snaffled with one cup of coffee.
So my knowing that that's a diabetes side is saying, okay, Liam, that's smart, and then my side knowing that what it tastes like is like, Liam, you're broken.
Then
So
Oreo balls.
Yeah, those are good.
thank you very much.
Terrible for us. So.
They're not black, brown.
What?
Just call me Oreo balls.
Oh no. So Oreo balls, you take your packet of Oreos and you crush them up and mix them with cream cheese. You roll them into balls and let them like get stiff. Dip them in chocolate, let it harden. Oh, they're gorgeous.
They are delicious, but they're bad for you.
And when you make them with the mint Oreos, those are the best.
I don't think we can get mint Oreos, can we? Never seen them.
Mint Oreos.
Oh, by the way, I
I've
gotta remember, what is a crumpet?
So Neil's putting
I've
in
heard of
Britain,
it, but what is it?
Americans call English bread, as Tim referred to as muffins, while with a distinct sponge and often toasted bread with a crate-like surface called a crumpet.
Hi, Hanky.
So we've got
So
tried
that's what a-
crumpet,
so that's what a
smothered with
crumpet
butter,
is?
topped with bacon, sausage patties, and American cheese. You just put butter on a crumpet.
You can do that too.
It's got holes in it, like
Yeah.
a pie.
We use them actually for hamburger rolls quite often.
See, now
They're
we're going to fuck you
delicious.
up because we have pie clits as well.
Yeah, what?
See, I told you, pie clits.
You say
Which
pie
is a-
clit?
Pie clit, yeah, pie clit.
That
Which
sounds dirty
is-
as hell.
Right, which is, it's got different holes in it than a crumpet has. It's got smaller holes in it.
No, only in the deep north, Benny.
Pie clit, is that
You're
like
not
really hard to
making
find?
it sound any cleaner, Benny. Just
Okay.
saying.
Benny, is that
haven't
something
got
that's
that
really
yet.
hard to find by certain people?
So what we got is John saying, "Ha ha, Rim." They now charge us for inconvenience of us having to pick our own toppings. Sort of what is it? Again,
Okay, can I just tell you
Subway.
about our Subway experience today?
Oh
Go on.
god.
So my favorite Subway artist was there. I used to work with her. She drove me nuts when I worked with her because she's really slow, but that's because she makes a really good sub. Like our subs were so full, they had to put them in salad bowls, and she could barely fit the lid on because she fucking loves us. And she just takes our bread, puts it in the salad bowl, and just goes to town. It's great.
We got
See, that's-
two salad bowls. Say we got 1 foot long. She split it in half and made us 2 salad bowls. I am stuffed. Probably won't even eat lunch.
See, the thing with that is, right, we used to be like that you could get a Subway. Till I told you that now it's Echo W, all right, mate. Now it's
Echo W.
a fucking touchscreen and it's all pre-made for you, which
Uh,
is shit.
No, I haven't got a touchscreen in the Subway by me, but you're normally told you can go. I'll have this, and this, but you can't say I want that off the menu. But can you take out that and put this in because you're told it comes as it is on the menu.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Fuck, so I'm not going to Subway anymore anyway, so fuck them.
Interesting fact:
Nice, Brian.
the Subway bread over here had to be changed from the recipe that they use in the States
All right.
because it was classed as cake because it was too sweet.
Well, it's okay. It should technically doesn't contain enough. Wasn't the bread one of the things that they didn't have enough ingredients? It wasn't technically a bread. It was something like something
it
weird
wa-
about their bread. They
yeah.
had something weird about the bread over here that they had problems with it. The meats
Yeah, they
weren't.
found
Were, I
too
mean,
much sawdust in it.
yeah, and the same thing had the meats. The meats didn't contain enough meat to really be called what they were, and they had a whole thing about it over here. They didn't have enough meat in the meat.
I'm always
Or
going
at least not the right
I
meat.
always want to take my tape measure and make sure I've got a foot long.
Yeah, but then you got to start measuring other things, and you're like, that came up short too.
Right, it is time to say our goodbyes.
I'm sorry, Brian, but as a former sandwich artist, that's what they call them here at Subway.
What?
Sandwich artist.
Yeah, they do. But you're not an artist if you make the same thing and it's just a line cook situation like Benny went in to get. What artist is there? This is just a basic, line cook situation. You don't even get the chance to choose anything. Screw that.
So,
I told
right.
her about that too. She goes, I guess I'm never going to the UK. That's ridiculous.
It can't fucking choose that shite. Right. Cassie, say goodbyes.
Bye. Liam, go ahead.
Night all.
Help and get your Z's.
God damn.
This weekend we're doing spring, summer, tropical desserts. It was what we fell on. Dessert mixes for Cassie. Wanted that this weekend because she wants to celebrate spring. That's it. Go ahead, Benny.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Everett. So they have profiteroles, so you can pick. I got 25 use of sub gift card being used tomorrow, but don't use it here because it's shit. So, right, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Much appreciated. Do go over and check out Cassie and also Tim on Saturday, and also check out on Tuesday when they go through the flavours. They're on toffee, fucking caramel.
Coffee, butterscotch, and everything that's nearly in. It's a wide range.
Yes. So that's going to be another 6 months.
Yeah, more things that we have to add.
Exactly. Do go over and check out Liam's recipes over on ALR. Do go over to Monkey on Juice, the home of the UK Liquid Mixing Show. Joining the Facebook group there. There's people on there. It's been a little bit quiet, but Hanky Panky is now an administrator. He's putting stuff on there for us. So do go over there and check that out. You'll find us here again next week, same time, same place. So good night.
Right, all.